Welcome, Bridger Aerospace. Today we are going to tell you why you should expand internationally and why we are the team to lead you in that expansion. Bridger Aerospace focuses on aerial firefighting and multiple technological advancements to make it easier and safer to fight fires. This would be perfect for Australia as many areas fall victim to fires. Overall, we will discuss Bridger Aerospace and the various components of the company, as well as Australia, its culture, and the best way to introduce Bridger Aerospace and its technology into Australia. First, Paige will give a brief overview of why you're positioned to succeed. Then, Sydney will go into the pestle analysis, I will follow with the SWOT, and Ingrid will close it up with the entry methods.
At Bridger Aerospace, we're uniquely positioned to succeed in Australia because we offer exactly what the country urgently needs: advanced aerial wildlife management technology. With a fleet of Super Scooper aircraft and multi-mission planes equipped with thermal imaging, fire mapping, and real-time surveillance, we bring unmatched efficiency and innovation to wildfire containment. Australia faces some of the world's most intense and destructive wildfires due to its hot, dry climate and vast forests. Events like Black Summer highlighted a critical demand for rapid response aerial support. While Australia has a handful of aerial firefighting agencies, the scale and intensity of modern wildfire outspace existing capacity. That's where Bridger steps in. We've already proven success around the US, Canada, and even internationally in Spain. Australia's strong economy, existing US-Australia free trade agreement, and shared culture values make market entry both practical and promising. Our proposed entry through a strategic partnership with the National Aerial Firefighting Centre in Melbourne ensures smooth regulatory alignment and cost-effective operations. In short, Bridger Aerospace isn't just ready for Australia, we're built for it. Our proven tech, experienced teams, and market-aligned strategy position us to protect lives, property, and ecosystems across Australia starting now.
Breaking down a pestle analysis for Bridger Aerospace's expansion into Australia is key. Politically, Australia has a very stable government that prioritizes wildfire prevention. This aligns perfectly with Bridger's mission. The US-Australia Free Trade Agreement also eliminates most tariffs, making aircraft imports and operations much smoother. Plus, the Australian government actively contracts both domestic and international firefighting services, opening the door for long-term partnerships. Economically, Australia ranks 13th in global GDP and has already invested millions into wildfire response. While operational costs and some import taxes may remain, the economic environment is strong and supportive of advanced firefighting technologies. Socially, Australians are highly aware and engaged with wildfire issues. Community collaboration is key into suppression efforts, which means Bridger would likely be welcomed as a valued partner. Technologically, Australia is well equipped with firefighting infrastructure, including drones and satellite imaging. Bridger's Ignis platform would integrate well into this existing tech environment, enhancing real-time fire intelligence. Legally, Bridger must comply with CASA regulations covering aircraft certification, emissions, and insurance, but Australia's clear legal system helps streamline this process. And finally, environmentally, rising temperatures and droughts make wildfire response more critical than ever. Bridger also must ensure operations are sustainable and eco-friendly. All these factors together make Australia a strategic and supportive market for Bridger Aerospace. Any advanced fleet and technology. Specialized expertise means they know how to use their highly specialized aircraft and can quickly and effectively combat and put out fires. The advanced fleet Bridger Aerospace has consists of scooper jets, air attack jets, and special mission jets. Finally, there's technology. Besides the high-tech jets you have for firefighting, you also have an app that gives real-time updates of fires and where they might be going. Next is weaknesses. Bridger Aerospace has multiple weaknesses, including cost, seasonality, and government. Costs include operation, maintenance, general, and admin expenses, as well as the cost of new jets. Next, there's seasonality. Fires happen most often in the summer and fall. Due to this, there's a vast chunk of time where fires are scarce. Finally, there is government. A good majority of what the Bridger Aerospace does is work with government, and this can make it difficult for expanding, as you need to create good relations with the government of Australia if you want to push further into that country. Next are the opportunities. These include random wildfires, expansion, and international expansion. First, there's been a rise of sudden wildfires, especially in LA and other places like that. You can capitalize on that by being ready to go at a second's notice. Next, you can expand your app farther by making it international. That way people can use it anywhere in the world to help fight fires. Next,
you can benefit from further international expansion. By expanding internationally, you can grow your brand and company and help prevent wildfire devastation by providing high-class firefighting with your jets and extensive knowledge. Next are the threats. These include changes in wildfire activity, growth of competition, and changes in country regulations. If there's suddenly tons of wildfires or suddenly no wildfires, you could be having way too much work or no work. If your competition grows too much, they could potentially put you out of business. And then if there's changes in country regulations, you may have to change the way your planes operate to be able to work in different countries.
I'm presenting about market entry strategies for Bridger Aerospace and their expansion into Australia's wildfire sector. Direct exporting is a strong initial strategy that they could use. It would allow for Bridger to offer their aerial firefighting services and technology in Australia without having to set up a physical presence. This would keep the early initial costs low and still allow for remote operations and testings. Their main expense with direct exporting would be the involvement of relocating the aircraft from Montana in the United States to wherever they would pursue firefighting in Australia. However, Australia does have strict aviation regulations, so to navigate this, Bridger could also form a partnership with an established local company, a joint venture. Such company could be the National Aerial Firefighting Centre in Melbourne. This would streamline legal expenses, it would lower costs, and it would provide immediate market access by operating under their partner's existing license and insurance. To operate in Australia, Bridger's aircraft must be physically transported there, which can be a hurdle. They have 6 Super Scoopers that cannot make the 7,800-mile journey from Montana to Brisbane by air, without many stops for refueling. The practical solution would be to disassemble the flights and ship them via cargo vessel. This would take around 20 to 45 days and would cost between $10,000 and $100,000 depending on the shipping company. If Bridger opts for the direct exportation without a partner, they'll need to register as a business in Australia and have their pilot certified through CASA, which is an Australian flight association. They must also comply with the ASIC regulations. Fortunately, there's no tariffs or import bans on U.S. aircraft or equipment at this time from Australia. Forming a joint partnership would be the most cost-effective option for Bridger Aerospace, and it would allow them to enter and operate in the Australian market most efficiently.
After all of that, here's why we are the team to take you global. We know the best way to introduce Bridger Aerospace into Australia. We have looked at the possible issues and the best way to get aircrafts there, and the mode of introduction to ensure your success for your company expanding into Australia. Thank you.